হ্যালো, শোনা যাচ্ছে?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Yes,
ইয়েস
sir.
স্যার, শোনা যাচ্ছে, শোনা যাচ্ছে।
হ্যাঁ স্যার, শোনা যাচ্ছে। একটু ডাইরেক্টর স্যারের সঙ্গে একটু কথা বলে শুরু করছি।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে তো, টেক ইউর টাইম।
Sir, should I start?
Yes.
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me eminent pleasure to start the event. First, I would like to thank our Honorable Director, Sir, Professor V. Ravichandran, for permitting me to organize the national level webinar on smart referencing the open way. Thank you, sir. I am also grateful to today's speaker, Dr. Parthasarathi Mukhopadhyay, Professor and Head, Department of Library and Information Science, University of Kolani. Thank you, sir. Professor Mukhopadhyay is highly technically sound person in the field of library and information science. Professor Mukhopadhyay, sir, has more than 100 plus research publication and he has delivered many lecturers in seminars, webinar, workshop, and conferences as a resource person all over the India. Today's topic is very exciting, and I hope the event will help you to publish quality publication. Now, I may request our respected director sir for welcome address.
Yeah, namaskar and good afternoon to all of you. Professor Parthasarathi Mukhopathya, Mr. Sukanta Haldar, our faculty members, research scholars, participants from other institute. I am really very delighted to be part of this smart reference. Basically, the reference always, it is a base for that learning, it's base for that integration and establishing that our data in sensible and rational manner. It's a very, very important, but it's an art. How to go for referencing, how to search the referencing, the material, the database. It's very, very important. So while we see that the earlier situation, how it was couple of decades before, they have to go and write that all the individual journals catalog, and getting of the catalog is very challenging. It was a task for the research. Now it has been simplified. Though it was simplified, now the currently how the component can be prioritized. This is a very important logic for which the smart referencing, the open access will be very, very important to classify and go for that exact requirement and do the data requirement. So I believe that the today talk by Parthasarathi Mukhopathya will be really very exciting for your, the research mind, the research requirement that will add value for your applications, research application. So with this, Professor Parthasarathi Mukhopathya is a professor and head Department of Library and Information Science in University of Kalyani. And he has had the very bright the knowledge in this data science information area. He has more than 100 research papers for his credential. I am very happy to have Professor Parthasarathi Mukhopathya for this today meeting. We welcome you, Professor Parthasarathi. The platform is over to you. You can go ahead, please.
Now,
Thank you, sir.
I request to Professor Parthasarathi Mukhopadhyay to start the session.
So thank you, sir, and thank you, Sukanta, dear delegates present here. And before proceeding further, let me know, am I loud and clear to all of you?
Yeah, you
Yes,
are
sir.
clear.
Yes, sir.
Audible and visible.
Okay, fine. So during the, I'm going to demonstrate something like live. So during the presentation, I will keep my video feed off so that there is no bandwidth problem. And let me share my screen. And as her director said that for any scientific journey starts with a piece of information and always ends with another piece of information. A journey of research is basically moving from information to information. Existing information you are starting your work with, and you are ending up with a novel piece of information that adds value to the knowledge pool. Okay, so what reference performs in between during this journey, that is my point of discussion. And I will try to show you that so far referencing is always we consider as a labor intensive manual kind of job, slightly boring job. When you have completed your paper, then you are managing your literature review section, attaching references, or during writing of your PhD project, adding references at the end of the chapter, bibliography at the end of the thesis. All these are manually very labor intensive, sometimes very boring, really very boring. So I'll try to show you some of the way out with the help of open source software, open standards, and open access resources, how we can make this process at least semi-automatic. Human intervention is always required, because what reference to include, what not to include, that always requires human judgment, and as an author you need to take decision. but rest of the mechanical processes we can leave up to the machine and up to the software so that it can work on behalf of us. So with this brief introduction, let me share my screen with you for a little bit of you know factual knowledge. Then we will start our live demonstration part. Is it visible? Yeah. Is slide visible to all of you?
Yeah, screen is there, not yet open.
Okay. Let me try once again. এই দরজাটা খুলে দাও তো একটু দরজাটা পুরোটাই মনে হচ্ছে not yet, sir.
Yeah, it's visible. Now it's visible.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. So the title of the topic is Smart Referencing, Managing Sources, Citations, and Bibliography. But before entering into the details, let me tell you two basic observations related with the scientific writing, related with our academic writing. First point is that we academicians fight with each other to donate our intellectual property free of cost to the publisher, and everything is commercially managed by the greedy commercial publishers. They take the input from us in the form of journal article, book chapter, free of cost, send it for the quality control or the peer review process to our senior colleagues, again free of cost. Our senior colleagues are the members of the editorial boards and so on, but they charge for those journals and conference proceedings, e-books heavily. In fact, it is very difficult to survive for a library in India, by for to support their users by procuring all kinds of material. So that is one particular observation, and you will be amazed to know that this business of science writing, what we are giving to them free of cost, is not a matter of joke. It's around, on the basis of a 2014 sales data I am giving here. Recent data shows it, much more, around 40 billion. So this particular size of science writing business goes around almost $26 billion here, but recent study shows it is around $32 billion. And of this particular business side, journal alone enjoys per annum 6.8 billion. So this is per annum basis. Per annum, they are doing business around $32 for the all science writing. Science here does not mean that science discipline, social science, humanities, every academic writing, and journal shares the lines, occupy the lines here. Now, can you believe this entire profit actually goes to 5 to 6 major players of the domain? So, journal industry is a classical example of oligopoly where 5 6 major players are dominating the market. They determine value, and it's a seller's market, not buyer's market. They determine value, and we need to pay. So, of which LZR alone enjoys 60% of the total profit, and followed by Springer, Wiley Backward, Taylor, and Francis. My simple point is that you are all, persons related with the academic domain, scientists, teachers, library professionals. Have you ever heard that there is a Elsevier chair professor in any of the university of the world? Have you ever heard that Springer Nature donated a huge sum of money for any scientific investigation, like this LHC project or Human Genome Project? No, never. They never support science research and science education, but they make huge profit out of it. So that is the first observation. Second observation, you see much more related with the author, all of you, that we again observed in pain that there are thousands and thousands of citation styles. So why don't we people stick to the 5, 6 major citation styles? This is for the language, this is for the social science, this is for biological science, and so on. No, every journal has their own citation standard. Little bit of differentiation between the different elements like year or page number or author, title, etc. Cosmetic changes, but they have their own styles. So that is again a very problematic situation. You won't believe me. So this is the snapshot I have taken, almost 3 years back. So this is the citation style repository of all over the world. They have created a citation style repository. All kind of citation styles we prepare, they archived here. So that archive 3 years back shows 8,965 different citation styles related with the science writing. And if we go for the what is happening today after 3 years, so today when I see the same site, so this is a live demonstration of that particular site. You see here in this 3 years, it actually went up to almost 10938 number of commits. So 3 years back it was 8.9K, and now 3 years after it is 10.3K. So I simply don't understand why there are 10,000 plus citation style. Who are dealing with it? Why these are required at all? This is basically making our life much more complicated. Journal X, style X, journal Y, style Y, journal Z, style Z. So every time we are keep moving on from one citation style to another citation style when we submit and resubmit our papers to different journals. So that's a practical issues and problem. I don't know when it will be solved. And this particular good Samaritan, a group of people, they have created a particular website. You can check it. This is called citationstyle.org, and this citationstyle.org, what it does, it actually provides this GitHub site for archiving all kind of citation. Plus they are listing all kind of software that are available for different citations management activities. Alphabetically they have given. Some are online services, some are standalone software, some are commercial software, some are open source software, and so on. So both style agglomeration or style archiving as well as bibliographic reference management software, they are archiving in one place. So this is a single window site where you can come, you can check whether there is a new software, you can check that particular software, and a different number of styles available here. Now the question is that if that is the things which are making our life difficult, then what can make our life slightly easier? So here you see I have prepared a classification of all these 10,000 plus citation style. So this particular categorization you see here, all of these 10,000 plus citation style can be categorized in only into 5 groups. All library professionals present here, they know what is a kind of category. A category is a kind of fundamental grouping. And if we apply that train of characteristics by studying different citation style, we will be finding only 5 types and 10,000 citation styles belonging to any of these 5 categories. Now, what are these 5 categories? Some citation styles are author citation style. That means depending on the in-text citation style. That means the linking tag you are using to link the text you are writing and the references you are citing. So sometimes we use 1, 2, 3. Sometimes we use surname of the author. Sometimes surname, comma, year of publication, and so on. So on the basis of that in-text citation style, we can differentiate as author citation standard, author date citation standard, like your APA standard is an author date citation standard. Then labeling, particularly interesting for English language and literature researcher, note based referencing, And numeric referencing means 1, 2, 3, either as a superscript or within the third bracket and so on. Now, if we place a comparative study of different disciplines on the basis of this five fundamental grouping, you see most of the cases social science people follow this author date. So you take any of the social science courses, most of the people follow this author date science. But if you go to the science domain like biological science or medicines, you see here most of them prefer the numeric style like IEEE style or nature style. So there are fundamentally two groups: the note, label, author. These are minor groups, and some of the language people who are using annotated bibliography, they are those people are basically using it. But general people like us, we either follow author date if we belong to the social science group or literature group, and mostly the science people follow this numeric citations. And in case of any given discipline, you see chemistry here. In here in this institute, chemistry is a very important field. Normally, there are 40 citation standards related to author date. That means in in-text they are using author date, but 129 citation standards belonging to the numeric group, and altogether there are 120 citation styles in the domain of chemistry. So I will be sharing this slide with all of you, so you can understand that how your discipline is basically categorizing the citation standards. Okay. So first observation, as director said rightly, that science communication is changing a lot nowadays. So you can remember our first observation that publishers are basically making huge amount of business out of our free donation of the intellectual property in the form of journal article, book chapter, etc. So there our way out is open access. And in case of second observation, where we have found that there are a lot many different kind of citation styles differ greatly from discipline to discipline. So there, in the context of the second observation, our possible tentative solution is to learn how to handle smart referencing. So today's topic is smart referencing, and one particular silver line in the cloud is that recently one particular study came, and it shows that the open access is gaining momentum all over the world, and experts are calculating that by 2040 most of the science literature will be open in nature, and by this time almost 50% of the resources are somehow available as an open access resources. So many friends are here from the library domain, so there comes our roles and duties, that how to agglomerate, how to, these are basically distributed in nature anywhere it is available, distributed in institutional repositories, digital libraries all over the world. So our role is to tell our user that this is the single window pathfinder service. You go here and you can discover a lot many open access resources. For example, base academic search engine, I'll be coming to that. So that kind of resources we library professional need to understand and tell our user that these are the sources from where you can get almost 60 to 70% of your required papers in open access free of cost. Okay. So now if we are coming down to our particular this referencing business, here you see this is a particular research cycle, and each of you know that writing takes a great deal of time in the entire process of right from the research question formulation to the publication or submission of the research. So writing takes almost 50% of the total research time. You need to report by following a standard method if it's a dissertation, doctoral dissertation, or a standard journal paper. So we, in that particular writing process, 30% of your time is actually going for referencing. And referencing actually taking a lot of productive time from a researcher. So people started thinking, can we utilize some of the present days tools and technology like AI and machine language for summarization, reference extraction, and so on. So I'll be trying to show something live through this kind of AI ML based technique. And with this brief introduction of today's topic, let me start the business. That is directly, we are now entering inside the core part of the presentation, that is the smart referencing. Why I am using the term smart? You will be gradually understand that what is referencing and what is the referencing plus or smart referencing. And before that, let us share one particular fact that why we people actually refer. So there is a big difference between the creative writing and technical writing. Creative writing means when you are writing a newspaper article or a poem or a short story, there you do not need to give references because it's a work of imagination. You are not liable to provide any kind of references there. But when it comes to the technical writing, like science writing, journal paper, PhD thesis, book chapters, technical report, there at each and every time you need to contextualize your work, you need to get support for your work, your views for solving a particular problem, and there you need to cite others people works who actually work in the same line you are presently doing. So every work is basically based on other people researcher works. Research is a kind of relay race. It's a relay race from one generation to another generation. So whatever we are doing, everything is actually based on the thinking pattern of our predecessors, our earlier generation researcher. So that is one reason. Second reason is that to get recognition and authentication for the work, if your work does not contain a single references, in particularly in science business, nobody cares for you, nobody cares for your paper. So you are not only getting recognition by citing, but also doing some kind of authentication job for your paper. Then to make the work informative, because research writing is not even for a single second is linear. Just like a short story or novel, you are writing one chapter after another chapter. In technical paper reading, we never do that. We read a paragraph, a line, then think, then find out that what particular evidence author given in reference to support this particular view, this set of data. Then we check that particular reference. Sometimes we go to the full text of that reference and again come back to the original target paper. So research reading is always non-linear in nature, and your references at the end of the chapter or at the end of your journal paper always gives a reader an extra context to get an panoramic view, bird's eye view of the entire topic you are discussing. So these are the reasons for referencing, and we all know that. Then what is the difference between a bibliography and reference? That is also very important to understand. A reference always means that this particular paper, this particular chapter, this particular work you have actually read, you have actually utilized, you have taken the idea, and that's why you are referencing. So that is reference. Reference means whenever you are adding after the chapter, so that particular reference must have some kind of link with your chapter, with your writing. But bibliography does not include any such condition. For example, I got some kind of inspiration by writing a novel by Harari, and that particular novel I have not utilized in any part of work, but as a process of acknowledging the contribution of the great author Harari, I wanted to give a reference to the citation or in-text citation or reference to the Homo sapiens written by Harari. So that may come inside your bibliography, not inside your references. So that you need to make it very clear that bibliography may or may not have direct linking with your writing, but references must always be linked with your writing. So that is the major difference between the reference and a bibliography. And as I said that amazingly 30% of your entire research time is going for this kind of labor intensive, non-intellectual jobs, which we called referencing. And directors had said that in our days, earlier days, we need to take down notes from different sources, then we need to write down it manually, several times we need to check standard wise whether it is correct or not, then we can publish it. But nowadays, because of this AI, ML, open source software, entirely it cannot be automated yet, but as I said that it can be semi-automatic. 30% of your time you can reduce to 5 to 10% when it requires your judgment that what to include, what not to include. So that is the difference between those days and today's world. And let us start our live demonstration process. So now I am quitting from slideshow and come to the references. Can you see my browser here? I'm using Mozilla Firefox here. Can you see my browser
Your
here?
slide is visible only, sir. Your cursor is. You want to show the cursor? Hello.
Okay, still slide is visible. Okay, I got it. Slide was moving or it was stopped? It was moving properly. Maybe I don't know what is happening.
No, sir. There was no slide. There is no slide.
Presently there is no slide, but when I was presenting, it was moving properly.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So I'm sharing again my screenshot. Now tell me what you see. You see anything?
Yes, sir, your web browser with the tab of GitHub citations.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So now let me try to show you something live. So what I am going to use here in today's thing, that is called Zotero. I do hope that everybody can see Zotero. This one. Today
Yes,
I
sir.
don't understand this university connectivity is slightly low. Anyway, so you can see my Zotero. No problem. And then I would like to show you that this Zotero site. So this is zotero.org. Okay. So you see here that this particular reference management software, there are many actually, many of you people are possibly using Mendeley or Zotero, but I don't prefer Mendeley for one reason, that Mendeley is a freeware, it's not open source. So you cannot, customize, you cannot do anything with Mendeley. As it is basis, you need to use it. On the other hand, Zotero is completely open source. You can change it, you can customize it, you can have many plugins developed by different open source enthusiastic, and finally it is becoming very enriched in compare with other competitor reference management software. Every day it is getting better. That is the issue. So you can have you can download it either in Windows version, Linux version, or Mac version, anything. As I am using Linux here, you can see the moment I click download button here, it will tell me that download the Linux version. Zotero 6 is the latest version. I have already downloaded, I have already installed. And then another one, it is asking you that install the Firefox connector. Don't worry, if you are in a Windows machine, it will ask you that install Zotero 6 for Windows, and it will detect your browser. Suppose you are using Google Chrome, so it will be saying that Zotero connector for Google Chrome, or install Google Chrome connector, and so on. So I have installed both Zotero. Zotero you can see from my this sidebar, side panel, and you can see here, this is my Zotero connector. So what this connector does, how it is saving our life, that I will be coming later. But most important thing is that first you install the connector, then you download Zotero 6 for your target operating system, either Windows or Linux, and then you can start working. It's a very simple two-step installation: download, extract, call. That's simple. And in Zotero Windows, it will create a desktop icon from Zotero. It's a very powerful reference management software. You will understand it when I will demonstrate. So when your installation part is over, so now you can open your Zotero. I do hope that everybody can see it. Then Sukanto, can you confirm me? You are seeing what I am showing you, Zotero. Sukanto? Anyone can respond. You can see what I am going to show here. I am opening Zotero and Zotero
Yes, sir. Yes,
window is
yes,
fine, fine, fine.
yes,
Because
yes, sir.
sometimes it okay, fine. So you see here, when I am trying to create using Zotero, mostly these are the all kind of collections I have created. But for first of all, you need to create a collection. So go to the file menu and create new collection. So give a name to this particular connection. Say I am giving Naiper Kolkata K. The moment I click this connection, so one particular collection will be created, will be displayed here or placed here alphabetically, and this collection is completely blank. So first I am going to show you different ways to add references here. And please remember, reference or metadata related to a journal paper is not yet under copyright. Anyone from anywhere where can utilize the journal metadata. So what I'm going to show you now, that what this Zotero connector can do for us. I'm now going to a very famous e-journal portal. All of you must be knowing, that is Elsevier Science Direct. So Science Direct, you see here, I'm for something related to, say, library discovery. You just imagine your keyword or something like that. So suppose I want to search for this web discovery system from Science Direct. So lot many papers will be coming after a few seconds. So these are the paper coming, and after reading the journal article title, name of the author, name of the journal, I select, for example, say I want to select the uh, fourth one, the impact of web scale discovery on the use of a library collection. Now, the moment I open it up, it will show me journal metadata or the paper metadata, name of the author or authors, name of the journal, title, abstract, and so on. So up to this level, it is completely free. So what I need to do, I suppose I now, just imagine that I now think that this particular paper is very important for my research on web scale library discovery system. I want to note it down, or I want to provide, utilize this particular research paper in my next paper. Right. So what I will do, there are two options. Either you copy and paste element like title, author, DOI, everything manually. Do not do that. That is again a waste of time. There is a smart way to do it. That's why I'm saying it's a smart referencing. As we install this particular Firefox connector, you see what connector. So after installation of that particular connector, it will create an icon here. This is called browser plugin or browser extension. So I am presently in Zotero in this particular location, Naiper, which is completely blank. Now suppose I want to include this particular paper in my collection. So simply I will call my Zotero connector. So Zotero connector automatically check that I am in Naiper, and it says that this open access PDF for this particular document is also available. And the moment it checks it out, I can click done. Now the moment I click done, you see what happens in my Zotero. So it completely fetched the bibliographic details like journal article, title, author, abstract, DOI number, everything I need for citations inside my NIPER collection alongside a link to the full text. If this particular document is available as an open access, PDF file or any other format, if it is available open access anywhere, either in gold path or green path or bronze path, then it can fetch the full text paper, and it can also give me the particular location from where I got this particular paper. In fact, in case of teacher, in case of the mind of a teacher, researcher, scientist, what happens? You may forget from where you have got this particular paper, but once you retrieve a particular paper, you have read the title abstract, you never forget in your lifetime. You always know this particular paper I have seen somewhere, but I forgot the location. So when you are, my suggestion is that nowadays in this jungle of information, when you are going for searching, if something you think that it is important for you, always make a note in Jotero. It will fetch your data automatically. It will give the location of your search alongside the full text of the paper if available. And you have already seen that how beautifully it fetched all metadata we needed for this particular paper, for citing this particular paper. So in this way, any of the journal, any of the paper you open up at the metadata level, different
Can
kind
you
of
repeat this process
search
once again,
system.
sir?
Okay,
Sir,
I'll do
kindly.
it for another one. Okay, I understand. I will do another one. So suppose this is for Science Direct. Now suppose I'm going for another one like Emerald Insight. Emerald is a very famous, as someone requested to, open it to repeat it. So I am now going to Emerald Insight, which is very important, journal portal for social scientists. Like Science Direct is important for the researcher in science. So there also in Emerald Insight, I am searching for some library discovery system. You just imagine your requirement, your keyword. So I am using my keyword library discovery system to get a set of papers from this Emerald Insight. So suppose this is a particular paper available. So this particular paper is available, library automation to resource discovery, review kind of thing. Now the moment I click this particular paper, suppose you do not insert a reference blindly. You always check that whether it is related to my work or not, whether the journal is good or not, whether the author is well known or not. So depending on the particular features, suppose I have selected this one. Now I want to add this in my Jotero. I don't have to do it manually. What I showed you in the last time, I am in the NIPER K, and I have already one paper available on discovery from Science. Now the same thing I want to repeat for Emerald Insight. And many times for many articles you can collect in this way. The majority of your paper you can collect in this way. You do not have to enter a single word manually. Now this time it detected, and now I need to click done. The moment I click done, the second reference came. Second reference says that this is the journal article automation, and this is the first paper what I got from the Science Direct, and this is the second paper what I received just now from Emerald Insight. In this way, it can support a library catalog also. Suppose in a library catalog, you are searching for something, a given book you have selected, and that book it can fetch inside Zotero. And you see now that snapshot is also included so that you never forget that it is coming from this particular site, and the moment I click, I will be reaching to that particular location. So I don't have to remember anything. And now let me show you for a book. So I am now searching ISI Kolkata library open. So this is ISI Kolkata, any library it can be. I am just showing you a known library to all of you. ISI Kolkata, there web OPAC I am searching. So the moment I search this particular web OPAC, you know from OPAC most of the documents you are receiving are basically books. For every library, every software which is providing web-based interface, you can do that. Now suppose I'm searching a document which title includes library document. Anything, a book on data science or something like that, book on science or no, so on. So I'm just selecting a book from Kolkata library, which includes all the books which include library title. So we have seen so far this journal portal from Science Direct, from Emerald, similarly Taylor and Francis, and many other journal portal. All are up to the metadata level. It's completely free, and Zotero can fetch automatically, or rather semi-automatically. You first selecting the document, and then it can fetch the selected document. Now suppose this particular book, Managing Library Automation, I want to check the availability, and I think that this particular book is also very important for referencing for my document or for my paper. I need to include in my reference service. So the moment I select this one, and now you see this Zotero icon has changed. Previously it was for journal article, and this is another beauty of Zotero. It can automatically sense or detect the item type, whether it's a journal article or a book chapter or a book itself. Now you see it automatically detected it's a book, and icon shape changes. Now the moment I click that I want to transfer this particular data, click done, and remember this is managing automation. And in the very next second, you see the managing library automation actually fetched, and all kind of data it automatically detected. It's a book type, the managing library automation, and this is the series and so on. So everything I needed for referencing or citation are available, including call number and where it is coming. So everything it can fetch and determine. Then sometimes, so it's now clear to you that this is one particular process to add data. Sometimes another process very quickly we can adapt apart from this connector. So what is it? So suppose here I want to also add another article, but this time take some other method or policy. So you can see that here we have searched for lot many documents related to web scale document. Now suppose this first paper, previously we actually added this one, the first paper. So now I am targeting this first paper, but the process now will be different. What is the process? If you know the DOI of a paper or ISBN of a book, then also this process can be automated. How? I can copy this DOI, or I have reference of this particular DOI in another reference of a paper I have read. So anyway, you are collecting your DOI and coming to your Zotero here. So here, suppose I want to add this particular paper, and what is this paper actually? This paper is actually as evaluating the impact of web scale discovery. Fine. So what I'll do, I will go to my Zotero. This time I am not using connector. Rather, I am using another process. You see here, add item by identifier. So this is the first icon on the top. This is the second icon on the top. Add item by identifier. The moment I click and press this particular one, so only this part is required. But if you want to give the entire part, that is also okay. So the moment I add this and press enter, you see it will start searching this particular paper and automatically found it, and it can add into my paper, references. So you see, evaluating the impact of web scale discovery. So this particular paper, evaluating the impact of web scale discovery, through this DOI I can add inside my Zotero automatically. Sometimes when you are in a hurry, you only know this particular document DOI. Sometimes it happens when you are reading a particular journal article, by checking the title, you just think that this particular paper may be of some interest, so you can add inside your Zotero by searching through this DOI number. So it supports PMID, PubMed ID, Archive ID, ISBN number, and DOI. So all these four famous, object identifiers are supported. So this is another simple technique to add document in Zotero. Now the third case. So what is the third case? So far I have added everything online. So that particular document, that particular book details are available in online. You just now imagine a situation where you have downloaded a set of PDF document and you forgot from where you have downloaded. Something like this. Suppose you just imagine this particular case. I have this particular document downloaded a paper from LGBI when I have downloaded and from where I have downloaded. Now, in that case, what we'll do? What will have what can be done, and what Jotero can do rather when I have downloaded my paper previously before installation of Zotero, paper is available online, offline. I simply do not know the online location. So there also Zotero can be of great help. You see, so far we have added three journal paper and one book. Now I want to add this offline downloaded PDF file. And you see the magic. Zotero can extract that PDF file to fetch the bibliographic data from the downloaded PDF. And what is the process? Process is that you just make two windows. You open up your Zotero and minimize Zotero. So it will come a half window here. Then you open up another window where you have this paper. So you see, this is the location of the paper. I have downloaded this one, and this particular paper is my target. So this is the paper, and this is my Zotero. The moment I select it and carefully I drag this particular PDF from this window to that window, so it will be coming to my Zotero collection. You need to wait a few seconds. So now the PDF is available. Now if you allow Zotero 2-3 seconds, it can automatically fetch data from here. Now you see, this is the paper. Author is Joe Luis Martinez. Title is Environmental Pollution. Now here you see, then let me maximize this one. So previously it was 4, now it is 5. So this is the paper food PDF file what I have added offline, and this is the extracted data. So Martinez, Joe Luis, environmental pollution by antibiotic, paper and everything. So this is the third way through which you can add. It's a very effective solution for already downloaded PDF file. It can fetch the data and it can make it up. Now comes the question. We know now how to add data Zotero without typing a single word. Previously, we people, director sir also said that we writing it down, we are manually writing. Now I have not even typed a single character here, but I got collected all of the 5 papers I needed. 4 online and 1 offline. Now you see how to utilize this one.
Can you do offline again?
Yes, please. Should I repeat the step?
Offline extraction, can you do that again? Yes, sir.
Oh, sure. Yeah, for another paper. Okay, so you already know the problem. I have downloaded, or I have got some of the papers which I have downloaded offline, and this is the document. So this particular paper we have already utilized. Now, next time I am going to use this paper. Okay, so suppose you just side by side open 2 windows for easier access. This is the way I tell my student to use it. Just minimize Zotero, then open up your content folder and minimize it. Then carefully you select it. Then drag this one from this window to that window. Simple. So allow Zotero a few seconds. It will first copy this particular PDF file, then extract that particular PDF file, fetch different kind of bibliographic data. So sometimes it may take 3-4 seconds. In the first case you have seen this particular data, and in the second also seen. Unfortunately these two are the same paper. Let me try with something else. You can always delete any duplicate item. Say here you can see duplicate item, move item to trash, and so on. So I am deleting this item. Unfortunately, what happened? I have utilized the same paper. Let me check whether this paper is also same. No, this paper is different. Now suppose I want to show you this particular paper. So again, slowly I am dragging it. Now it already got the PDF file, copied that one, and started extracting. Sometimes it takes 2-3 seconds extra, depending on the nature and quality of the PDF file. And here you see this is the paper and this is the metadata of journal metadata. बोलें हाँ. Okay, so here you see that this came all alpha, full text, uppercase. Because of this, the title actually included the uppercase letter. It will retrieve as it is basis. How to identify potential failure. All here also it got extracted as all caps. So before saving or before selecting, you need just right click and click title case. So the moment you click title, it will become standard related to your paper, or you can go for the sentence case kind of thing. No issue. So according to your citation standard, you are following. Is it okay now, madam, or should I repeat again?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir.
Fine. Okay. Then this 4-5 paper we have and always there is a scope that you can add manual. Times it is you are not getting it anywhere online or offline, so you want to add manually. So here Zotero covers many such document type. First you select your document type. These are the popular ones. If it is not falling inside your purview, then you can click more, and you see here audio recording, video, YouTube video, blog posting, forum, mail, everything you can select, and according to that the field of bibliographic data element will come. Then you need to enter manually, but try to do that as a last resort where you are not getting anything, just to save time, to make things automatic. So these are all the input process. Now the processing process, how I can utilize this 5 paper, Martinez, Wang, Anderson in my writing. So suppose I'm starting my writing. Just imagine. And this is my WordPress, OpenOffice, LibreOffice. And here you see the moment I install Zotero, it created a few icons. If you are using Zotero in Windows, possibly you are using MS Word. In MS Word also, this kind of 4-5 icon will be added after successful installation of Zotero. And another point of note, you please remember that when you are installing Zotero, either in Linux or Windows machine, please connect your machine with internet. If you are not connected with the net, then it cannot download the required Java package for integrating your Zotero with your word processing software. So please take a note that whenever you are using or installing Zotero, you must keep your net in on mode so that it can download the required file. So now suppose I am typing some garbage here. You just imagine I am typing something just to save time, and I need a reference here. So what I will do, I will click in Zotero, add edit citation. Then I can select a set of citation style, or there are different citation styles available. Social science people like American Psychological Association, APA 7th edition, and so on. If this citation style are not matching with requirement, you can always click this manage citation style, and you can select get additional citation style. So it will bring you to the Zotero library. There you can search. For example, I want to see that what are the citation styles available in the domain of botany. The moment I click botany, so all of these different 52 citation styles will be there. And suppose you do not having this Adonesia citation style. The moment you click, it will show you that how it looks. The moment you click, it will be added inside your Zotero. I'll be showing you. But before that, see the very basic thing first. So suppose I want to add citation in this particular paper here. So put your cursor there and call your Zotero. Then select your citation style. I am selecting here APA. The moment I select APA, so it will give you, there are two options. Either you can go to the Zotero classic view where you can pick up, this is the citation style you needed, or you can select the more advanced, the Zotero present citation style where you can search by the author name, title and key, so on. So suppose, let me show you both the process. Suppose I want to add this paper written by Wang et al. This paper related to identify potential trope. So either I can search by Wang. So all the papers related to written by Wang or author is Wang, it will be coming. From there I can select. So this is the paper, Wang et al. The moment I select, as I have selected, you see here, as I have selected APA, so it in APA citation style, it can create its surname, comma, year of publication. And there are more than 3 authors, so it added et al. So it will be coming here. Then I'm again writing the next line. I need another citation. So this time I will be added through Classic. I'm selecting the interface should be Classic. I can go to different number of collection. You can Hyper K was our collection. Now I want to add this book there. Select it. Okay. So the book will be. Now I'm going to show you a very special case. Suppose in for this particular line, I need to add 3 references in the same sequence. This sometimes it happens that 2-3 references I add. So there you can either go classic or search interface. Then I'm selecting discovery. So I want to add this paper, Abedil. Then without pressing enter, again you search for discovery. Do not enter. Again I am searching for discovery. This time I am selecting our paper, Alam and myself. And now if I click here, you see here, it automatically alphabetically sorts author. Abedil came and created 2 references. So again, I'm showing you are adding more than 1 reference. This time I'm trying to show you through Classic. Select anyone. These 2 I want to add. Okay. Then again Classic. So you can see here that one particular thing I wanted to show you, and it's slightly clear to you, that when you needed more than 1 citation in a single place, you need to use the Zotero modern interface, not the classic interface. Let me show you again. So this is added citation. When you know that you are going to give more than 1 reference, always use this modern citation. Do not go to the classic view. Then you add, say, I am searching automation. So suppose first I want to cite this one. Do not press enter. Again search the name of word and select your reference, Dillon, then press enter. So now it will take the first author alphabetically, then semicolon, space, then the second author. So in this way, suppose my writing is over. This is the process how you can manage in-text citation according to a given citation standard. Now suppose I want to add the references of these papers, what I have included as references. So this time I am going for this first add edit. Third one is the add edit bibliography. You already selected bibliography APA. Now you see the magic. It will automatically create the references. So this is the paragraph we have written with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 references. So all 6 references are now added as a alphabetically by surname of the author by following the APA 7th edition. APA standard, you all know, it is a hanging standard. So author surname, then first line hanging, then second author, third author is sixth author. Now here magic does not end. Now suppose this is the paper, this is the paper written for journal X, and that paper got rejected. That paper they regretted that cannot be published, requires something through on upon which you are not actually quite motivated. So you just withdraw the paper and you are trying the second journal, and unfortunately the second journal follows something else. So this is the author date citation style, author surname, comma, year of publication. Now suppose that particular journal follow numeric citation style or nature type citation style. Nature is followed by many individual journals. Want to change citation standard manually, you just imagine 60 plus 70 references in a 10-page paper, almost 3 days to do it. I will take 2-3 seconds to do it. So I want to change my citation standard to nature style. What to do? Again, you open up this paper. Your Jotero is a savior again. And the last but one citation you can see set document references. You click it here. So again, it will show you that you have earlier you have selected APA style, and now suppose I want to change to nature. And nature you all know that it is numeric standard 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now click OK. Within seconds, see what happens. All of you got this superscript standard 1, 2, 3, 4 altogether, 5, 6 altogether, and your changed accordingly. Now it is not alphabetical. Alphabetical was the style of APA, the surname of the author. Now here you see 1, 2, 3, 4 way, or in the sequence you have cited. Okay. So at any given point of time, you can change from one citation standard to another citation standard. Is it okay, or should I show you, repeat it again? Okay then. So
Repeat it, sir.
now you see, yes please, should I repeat?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now suppose you can see now that how I can again change my citation standard from numeric to APA or something else, MLA. So here again you can call your Zotero. So this time it is nature. Now suppose I want to follow the MLA standard. MLA standard or Modern Language Association 9th edition is very popular for the linguistics or the English language and literature people. Now suppose I want to change from nature to MLA 9th edition. Now click. So now again you see everything changed. Everything became now this author date in-text standard, and there is no year of publication because MLA in-text citation does not include year of publication, and here the citation style is completely different from APA. APA, you can remember, there was surname comma year of publication. Here only author surname, and arrangement is alphabetically by the surname of the author, and there is a double inverted quote within the title and so on. And from here again you can change to APA. So changing from one citation style to another citation style is simply a cakewalk in Zotero. And now I'm going to show you that if one particular citation style is not available in Zotero, what to do. Say for example, uh, when you are selecting this one, you can remember that add edit bibliography, this document preferences, you can select here different kind of citation style. Now suppose you have checked everything, these are all given alphabetically, you have checked everything and you do not find the a standard related, a very good standard related to botany, that is called ADASIN. Now I want to add ADASIN there. How to do that? You can click this manage citation style here, you can see manage styles. The moment I click, then I will be getting that get add. These are the included in the Zotero library. Get additional style. So there I am going to the Zotero web library. There I am selecting. I am interested in botany or chemistry or everything. Suppose botany. Then suppose there is Adansonia. This particular journal citation standard I need. This is not there. So the moment I click it, you see Adansonia came here, I can close. So this time, next time when I can check this one, this will be included alphabetically, Adansonia. So it's a very simple thing that if you are not finding any citation style you needed, then you go to the Zotero main library, click that one. Before clicking, you can check whether it is matching with your requirement or not, and that's simple. Now we are almost at the end of this one, but as a special case, I would like to show you that sometimes the requirement for a teacher or scientist is a very unique one. And why it is called unique one? For example, this particular paper, I can extract the metadata of this journal paper for my Zotero, and that I can utilize in my citation. But sometimes it is also very important that this particular paper includes a set of references, a set of references. These references I want. You are getting my point, problem. A particular core paper in my domain, I not only want the reference related to or metadata related to that journal paper, I also want to extract each and every these references included in this particular paper. So is there any way out? And you just imagine that if we can do it, then collecting thousands and thousands of documents in my Zotero is a matter of days, nothing else. Because suppose there are 10, 15 core papers in my research area. So all these 10, 15 core papers include on an average 50 citations. So 10 into 50, 500 citations I can extract in this way and can add inside my Zotero. How to do that? There is a way out, and this I was trying for my paper writing, so I found it this particular process. So I will now share this with you. How to do that? So what particular paper we are going to utilize? This is, and this paper, environmental pollution, includes many all of these references I want to extract. How to do that? And then include inside my Zotero. So let's go to this one. So this I normally use. Let me close other side. So this site is called Heroku. It's a very famous or computer scientist. HerokuApp.com. HerokuApp.com provides many kind of API. So what I'm going to show you now is the application of data science in smart referencing. I can extract virtually any number of references available in PDF file or doc file. So most of the cases academic papers are available in PDF file. So what PDF file I'm talking about? I'm talking about this reference text.pdf file, and this is the references available in this particular paper. Okay, so I need to check later on. So suppose I'm keeping it open in the reference section. Now, when I came to this particular site, referenceextraction.herokuapp.com API, there are some provision. So first you see, it is a reference extraction. Extract references from PDF, Word, and text document. So how to do that? If you click the first one, then this is the process. You can utilize this from the command prompt, but I don't want to normally I do through command prompt, but I want to show you a more easier method. So when you are clicking there are four options. When you are clicking the first post option, it will open a set of features. So click try it out. The moment you click try it out, it will give you that where it's a full paper. Yes, it is a full paper. Then where is your file? So this is my file, reftext.pdf. So then in which format you need references? Suppose there are many standard export import format, BibTeX, RIS, and so on. So BibTeX is most comprehensive one. So I'm selecting BibTeX format, and then I'm clicking execute. So when I click execute, it will upload my PDF paper inside the API, that Heroku app. Then it will show you that the exact command what it has actually utilized. Then it will give me a chance that download the extracted file. If I click this download that extracted file, you see it is a .bib file. I can give a suitable name. Say I'm giving nipad.bib file. So it will be saved in my this particular folder nipad.bib, and you see all the references included. Now let us check what is the first reference. Arrest Troop FM. Now you see Arrest Troop FM, title, journal, everything came. Now, how to bring it to my Zotero? When extraction of reference is done, I can come down to my Zotero, and suppose I want to get all of these, citations in this Sniper K. So, what to do? If you want to copy all of this BibTeX file inside a given collection, then my suggestion is that you open up this bib file, select all, and Control C, copy. Then you can close. Then inside your Zotero, you select your collection, Sniper K in my case, and go to File and select Import from Clipboard. So the moment you click Import from Clipboard, you see here a one particular option is working, importing BibTeX. So all these 50, 60, references what Heroku extracted, that I can successfully, transfer from that particular journal paper to my collection. You just wait a few seconds. So it is extracting all the things from the clipboard. And if you want to extract as a separate collection, you can select File, Import, and select that particular file. Import BibTeX file. Next, it is in today's file. Okay, 2002. This is Sniper samples, and you can see sniper.bib. So in this way, but it will create a separate collection. So if you want to add this in a already given collection, now you see all of these, apart from my 4-5 paper, what we have added, like Martinez and so on. So all other 60 references, it is now available inside my Zotero. So it's nowadays you see why I have said it's a smart referencing. You can build your different kind of machine learning, because this Heroku app, what it is using, the language model it is using is Ensemble. Ensemble is a very famous, language model for machine learning. So it is learning actually every time we are giving it a task. So that's why it's very perfect. So all kind of references it can extract, and that we can then safely include inside our Zotero. So that's all for today, because it can go on and go on continuing, because there are many other things in fact, like how you can utilize Zotero plugin, how we can link Zotero with Wikidata, how Zotero can be utilized as a search engine. But sometimes later we can discuss, because it is already 1 hour 30 minutes. So meantime, if you have any question and other things, let me know. And thank you very much for your patience hearing.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I have a query, sir. Sir,
Please.
while writing a research paper, we do a narrative research literature review. In that case, we have to write the author name out of the parenthesis, and in the parenthesis, we have to write the year of the study or article.
Yes.
So, how could do that in the case of Jeteru, sir?
Yeah, yeah. So my suggestion is that you are getting her question, very interesting question. That suppose I am writing that the researcher Martin Lewis said this kind of thing, and then I am giving the references. There, my suggestion is that you follow the same style what I have demonstrated here. That is the author surname, comma, forename. Because when you are using Martin said this within bracket year, that is a outdated thinking. People nowadays said that wherever you are including the name of the author or surname of the author, reference, in-text reference must be the style what you are following. That means Jotero always said that it will be surname, comma, year. So suppose Martin said this in the year 1982. So I am mentioning both surname and year, but still I need to give surname, comma, year to maintain the consistency in your referencing. Got it?
Yes.
We need to follow that consistency. Suppose you are following a particular citation style.
In both case, narrative and parenthetic, we have to write in the same way.
Yes. Yes, that to maintain consistency and that to maintain integrity with the citation standard you are following.
Okay. Sir, could you share
That
the
is a
links?
local standard we follow. That is not right or proper.
Okay. Sir, could you share the link of Hopu? What was the name of the
Link
author?
of okay. I am sharing the link in the chat box.
Thank you, sir.
Any other question? Where is Sukanto? Where is the coordinator?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can we call it a day now?
Okay. Now, thank you, sir, for your nice presentation. Hope
Please
all
share this
participants.
recording. Please share this recording with me so
Okay.
that I can share with our scholars.
Sure, sir. And thank you, sir, once again. Now I request Dr. Subramaniam, professor and registered in church, for vote of thanks. Uh, Natajan, sir, are you present?
Oh, sorry, I think. Now you are able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Please.
So good evening to all. I take an opportunity to thank Dr. Parthasarathi Mukhopadhyay, Professor, Department of Library and Information Science, University of Kalyani, for his wonderful lecture on smart way of referencing, where he has shown and all the details how that one can refer that back documents and get documented it seriously. And he has also put it up several case studies to understand better. He has also enlightened that importance of that referencing to us. So it was a very useful information for us and for our students, sir. Thank you very much for your time and sharing your expertise with us. Thank you, sir. Once again, I
Thank
thank
you.
on behalf of NIPER Kolkata. Thank you. Thank you all for participating in this seminar. And I like to appreciate that efforts taken by Mr. Suganta Halder for arranging this webinar and bringing that wonderful expert to us and enriching our students. Thank you, one and all.
Okay, now the webinar is we are reaching end. So hope we meet again soon. So bye.